Hello, welcome to WIP IT Sundays. With me tonight is my good old time friend, Hulk Smash Customs.
Hey guys, what's happening?
And it's been a while since we've had you on here.
Yeah, I'm always around. I'm in the background lurking.
Trying to figure out how to do this.
Yeah, they changed all that.
Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it.
You sure about that?
Ooh, that one? Nope. That one?
That's
There we
fine.
go.
That's
That
good.
works.
You're doing all the works.
There, let's see. Style. Turn off display names or we'll pick up so much of the screen. Cool. Okay, I've got it figured out.
Where'd you go
It's
under style?
It is the fourth layout, like on the list down on the bottom. Now, when in style, turn off the names.
Oh, okay.
That way. Yeah, cool. Last time I was working on it, I was doing adding some sculpt to fix some of the issues I had on these prime heads.
Mm-hmm.
And I figured I'll get start working on sanding that stuff down. And I got the splinter cell head that I'm painting on for Brunson.
That's cool.
Got the other head.
They're not removable, right?
No, they're not. What is it? I got set up here.
That looks good. I'm just gonna have both options on or off, right?
Mm-hmm. Did it flip my camera again? Yes, I hate when it mirrors my camera. Now that it's exactly what my workstation is.
Is that which class is that? Snake Eyes?
Yeah, it's a snake eyes with stalker legs. Actually,
okay. So the opposite of that custom, right?
Yeah. Well, it's leftover parts from using the snake eyes body and parts of the snake eyes lower body and gear and stuff, making a Barney Ross. And the upper torso on the Barney is Tiger Force Recondo, the black shirt.
I picked one up because you told me about that. Luckily, I found it on clearance.
So I'll let the paint dry. I just put the wash right before the stream started on the hair. Let that dry a little bit more before I can do some dry brushing on the hair.
Hey, Amos Held's in the house. It's different now, eh? When you highlight the comments. Wow.
Yeah. I haven't tried that new thing. There's a beta thing that says show comments on the stage. Don't even know what that is.
Yeah, like right now, like I'll click on that comment, and then after it'll show me that it says show on stage, and it won't show there until I hit that. So that's the only way to put it on the screen. You gotta then you hit hide from stage, and then exit the comment. More work than it's worth. Why are they making things difficult for?
Make you feel like you're getting something out of the paying for it.
Yeah. I got a comment for that.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
I told Brunson I'm using my liquid gold on his heads. I'm painting up for him. That's my testers. That's right there. That's the last of my flesh tone testers. Well, I got a partial bottle of an old mix. I mean, it's very. When I say partial, it's very almost empty.
Have you found a replacement yet?
Well, I've tried. There, I got the. This is old tester flesh.
Hmm.
You can see they just got that much left in it.
Yeah. You still looking for a replacement for testers then?
Well, I've been trying out different things. The model Pro Acryl stuff seems to be all right. It's not as good as testers though, but it's,
Well, I can't believe they did that. They buy the company and then they close shop. Like, what the hell is that all about, man?
well, they still make like the little square bottle of paints, but they don't in the kits. But the Model Masters is gone. You had the best variety of colors of Model Masters,
Mm-hmm.
and the best flesh tones too.
Testers has been around for ages, man. I've actually never used it. I've never used testers paints, but I know that all I've heard is good things about it.
It's hard to make a mistake with it. It dries so nice and smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of
I don't know how to use an airbrush, so all my stuff is hand painted, so that would be good.
the tester stuff was great for hand brushing.
Mm-hmm.
It going nice and smooth, and with a hand brush. Cutting up some fresh sandpaper. Oh, did I show you? Finished up the chrome gauntlets for my buddies Bruton and Acorn. I don't know if I
saw
sent them
the
to you.
promo. Oh, that looks good. Holy shit. Yeah.
Some power gauntlets when he's facing off against Dragon.
I got something about that we got to talk about later. I've been doing some thinking.
Man, it's so hard to work with Chat GBT when I do those character turnaround stuff.
Yeah.
It wants to revert to like a very stylized chibi form. To make like the head big.
It's telling you. That's the problem. It's telling you what you want. That's what I mean about AI, man. It's like it's crazy.
I did get a decent Bruton. This is me taking what it did and like taking it in Photoshop and cleaning it up.
Mm-hmm. That looks good though.
It got to the point today. It's like if I kept telling it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. You keep screwing up proportions. He finally got to me like, well, we can't do it. We suggest you hire an artist.
Really, eh?
Yeah. It's like, all right. Well, that's the goal anyway. But
yeah, well, that's weird, man. I'm telling you, the way they just throw something at you and they tell you that's what you want. That's the scary part about it, and the lying too.
It told me why it keeps reverting to like a chibi proportions. Because well, that's because Silver Age and Golden Age and Silver Age comics were like that. I said, that's a lie. That's not true. And it's like, yeah, that's not right. That's incorrect information. It's like it admits it was lying.
I got to look for one of those Smart Hulk heads. I could swear you sent me one for the 80th and one for the Select. I have the one for the Select.
Mm-hmm. I did send you one for the 80th, I believe.
Yeah, you did. You sent me two. You sent me two for Select. One for my buddy that bought it off you, and one for myself, which I have right here. And I remember there wasn't any. I gotta look through my stuff because I was just gonna get ready to paint another one. But I mean, like, why? You got it to match the. You did the job for me. Why?
Pretty sure it did.
Yeah, I know. I remember you sending me a picture of 3 of them. One of them was smaller than the other 2, so it's got to be it. I got all the stuff you sent me here. My wife bought me a bin for all my stuff, all the stuff you sent me, like the fodder and stuff. So I got it over here. I gotta go through it. But yeah, I'm gonna pick up those hands tomorrow. The only problem is I might have to. I'm gonna have to match your paint because he just slapped a coat of green on it for me, which I appreciate. But if it doesn't match, I'm gonna have to try to match the 80th, which you did.
Now, somebody was asking me on the video the other day, like, what paint I used to match it up. I was like, I took 2 shades of green, some white and yellow.
Yeah, you did.
And
you
just
did
kept adding a little bit, taking some, each color, add a little bit, test it.
That's
add another color.
I'm gonna have to try to match that.
I may even put a little bit of black in there. Well, I know when I was matching the Maestro, I had that green I had mixed up. I added some of this to the wash to make it match the Maestro's skin tone.
For the Ed Norton Hulk.
For the Ed Norton, and I did a Smart Hulk head in that color scheme too.
Oh, did you? Oh, wow.
So I got those Maestros cheap. The Chosen Prime, when they put them up for pre-order, they had them for $25. I don't know if they mispriced them or they actually got them at cheap. But they sold them to me. Well, you got one of them.
What, the Maestro?
I think I sent you one, didn't I?
No.
No, my friend Brian. I gave. You got one.
Yeah, I have an official Maestro that I still haven't opened. And
these are officials. These are official Maestros.
Yeah.
I got for $25.
I'm saving my official because you told me that the Ed Norton Hulk head was. You did it to fit that neck peg, right? Yeah, because I used my KO Maestro for my the pants that Commandant made me. So I have the official Maestro, and I still got to pop that Ed Norton head on it that you sent me.
No, it's like the body type's not exact, but it works pretty good though. Because I don't think they're ever going to give us a Ed Norton Hulk in Marvel Legends.
You know what we tried? We were coming up with different recipes. It just wasn't working out. Like you remember we almost had it with the 80th body on top of the was it the Outback, the original Outback.
The Game Reverse body. Yeah,
and that if it wasn't for the lats being a little bit too big and the wings. But you know what? Honestly, now that I think about it, that MCU Red Hulk.
That would be a great one. That'd be great for Ed Norton.
I bought one. I actually found it on sale, but I mean, I don't want to repaint.
That'd be a pain in the ass to paint green.
That's what I mean. So, like, I mean, why don't they just give us a Hulk on that freaking body already? Like, what are you going to use it for? You already made the mold, all new molds. Give us a freaking MCU Hulk.
It looks like that figure was made more for Ragnarok Hulk.
Oh yeah,
not Harrison Ford Red Hulk, because it looks nothing like Harrison Ford.
No, that was all early. You know what? They had that figure ready. That movie was pushed back how many times?
Yeah. What sucks? Some of the changes they made was the screw up the leader. The leader looked perfect before they screwed him up.
I know those pictures that are floating around the internet.
It's like, why did you change from his comic accurate appearance to the Toxic Avenger?
And it's not even people are like, oh, they just went with the other look for leader. That's not the other look for leader.
No, he had like a brain looking head, but he wasn't grotesque. He didn't look like the Toxic Avenger.
He was like his head was more bulbous, yeah. Like I mean, it just looked like an oversized brain, but
like a cauliflower head, but
yeah. And this one here looks like his head is freaking melting.
Yeah,
I don't get why they changed it. Oh, like they had him perfect. I don't know. They had it. They like I mean, people would have looked at that and said, "Wow, the MCU did a character perfect." like compared to the comic, and it still looked good for. It actually looked good in real life too. It's not like you know, the live action didn't look ridiculous. It looked good.
Yep.
Yeah, they screw everything up these days. I don't get them.
And that was done for reshoots. It's like, why? It's like, why would you destroy perfection?
Name Withheld's asking what you're working on.
These are prime heads. I've on the last live stream, I put some Aves Fixit Sculpt on some spots I need to fix. Now I'm going back and sanding it off and smoothing it down. And I also got the splinter cell head, Sam Fisher head I'm working on. I'm letting the paint dry while I'm sitting here, then I'll go back to painting. I know a lot of people ask like why I don't. One of the reasons I don't do commission work is like to do customs right for me. I take a long time to get them perfect. To me, I don't like the compliment as much as that's a great custom as much as like feels that looks like an official figure. That's
your style. Like that's always been your style, really. Like when you think about it. Here. Oh, please don't mind the dust.
Your fan's hitting your mic real bad right now.
Yeah. Oh, I'm embarrassed to show this. Give me 1 sec.
Oh yeah. You take your time. Now, I can't get the controller to work from a camera anymore, so I can't change the zoom or angle of it right now.
Really?
No. I'll try rebooting it later and see if that fixes it. But yeah, it's like I don't even know if the autofocus is turned on right now. Yeah, then it feels like some idiot in a suit probably thought the leader looked silly or too comic and had it changed. Whoever made that decision needs fired. Even like the CG, like they had for like the deformed leader, looked horrible. And the pictures they show, like the previous one, they look good. Look.
Yeah, but they make these stupid decisions all the time.
Yeah.
They have it perfect and then they go ruin it. Like, I don't get it.
I don't either.
I just wanted to clean this off because I got to show this. We're talking about you always, when you make a custom, you want it to look like a factory release, right?
Mm-hmm.
This thing was made. Oh, shit. I'm thinking we're pretty much close to 20 years now.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. I don't know. I'm trying to get a.
Oh, the OG Red Hood.
This thing was made almost 20 years ago. Can you? I don't know if you want to zoom in on that because I want these guys to actually. I want them to actually see. This is 20 years ago. Your work from 20 years ago. Okay. Try not to get the glare on it. I mean, like look at this thing. This thing's fallen on the floor because of shelf dives. You know what I mean? Like it's gone through its share. And look at the condition this thing is in. It's like a factory. It's like DCUC figure. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
I was just thinking about, like, man, like I was thinking, I think you were the very first person I ever made a custom for.
Yeah, it wasn't really like a commission thing either. Like, I mean, I was telling
No,
you.
we were just talking about doing some. You had we did basically a trade for figures and with some customs.
Yeah. And the joints are still stiff on this thing too, eh? Not stiff. There's no weak joints whatsoever. And everything's been properly clearanced too, you know what I mean? Like as much as you could do for a DC figure. But I mean, absolutely gorgeous, man.
I made a few of those after that.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Though that's like, we talk about that, about your style and whatnot. That's always been your style. Like, you produce figures that look factory made. You know, it's been like that. But that's why I understand, like, commission. A lot of guys do commissions, and then you know what they do? They throw themselves under the bus, man. So they get so many people, you know, start ordering figures and start sending them money, and then all of a sudden they're so backed up and they can't produce, you know, and it's overwhelming.
No, I think a lot of guys, they've switched to where they keep that from happening. They only open up so many slots a year for commissions.
That's smart.
Yep.
Because if you're gonna start rushing a custom, like, I mean, that's why I don't. I've given customs away. I've said that numerous times. I've given customs away, but I don't do commissions. I don't, like, I mean, because to me, I trust the custom on my shelf, and if I'm gonna make a gift for a friend, you know, I take my time with it and make sure everything looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just don't feel right taking money for a custom. Like, I mean, if somebody's paying me to do it, like, to me, I'm always gonna second guess myself. I don't want to throw something out there that's not gonna, you know what I mean? I don't want people to not like my work, right? Like, I don't know. It's just a paranoia thing. But yeah, I know what you mean, though. It's hard. It's hard to do that. Just to.
So with a good custom for me, I'll take a couple months on it, just working on it here and there, and like through the streams and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have months worth of work, you know, one of my higher end customs. This Prime, I've had this on the background. I've kind of put a ton of work in it already, getting the boots and stuff, all that stuff there.
Yeah.
And I learned to cast. I was able to cast different parts here. Well, I actually cast these boot pieces, hauled them out, and attached them to the lower legs and blended it. But I've learned.
You've done these customs. I mean, and over time that you've been doing these Prime customs, you've made it easier for yourself, really.
Oh yeah.
Still a lot of work. Like, I mean, don't anybody think, I mean, it's an easy task to do. You just made your life a little bit easier.
Yeah, well, that's kind of one of the first things I did with my very first Prime when I made those the first set of gauntlets. I was like, man, it'd be really cool if I could figure out how to just replicate those and switch them put them on the boots instead of having to sculpt everything. Because those first couple Primes, these were all hand sculpted.
Yeah.
Now I can cast them and save me a little work on those, and learn how to cast because I was running out of these heads. I'll run out of the original heads altogether, but caster, like he had a customizer. He had a website called Glassman Customs, and you could commission them to enlarge heads. And this is the OG Hyperion head, and I got him to enlarge it, which originally was going to use the Despro body, which I did make the prime on Despro body, but there's some stuff with it I wasn't happy with it, and I actually took it apart, and it's in my work in progress bin to do it again.
Yeah.
But it just luck of the draw that those heads fit perfectly on the Caliban.
Yeah, like I mean, you know, the Despero one looks good and all, but I mean, these Marvel Legends bodies, just the articulation,
oh yeah,
it's just the way they look, the sculpt and everything look much better.
When I was first like concepting to make a prime, we didn't have Marvel Legends at that time. That was during like their hiatus. Like we had DCUC.
Yep. Well, at that point, their DCUC was basically not quite as much as Marvel Legends, but I mean, they were releasing wave after wave. I mean,
oh yeah,
they were like kicking it, but
there was really no reason for them to end it at retail, but they did. That's why I needed to finish like modifying the hip over here. I got this all clearance up over on this side, around the back, and around the crotch area. Also opened up the socket here a little bit. So this leg will go straight down now. This one kicks out just a little bit, you see?
Yeah.
So
you can do the Van Damme.
With it, plus I don't have to worry about making enough clearance too, where that's a big key thing when you're going to be painting, like extensive paint job this is going to have, is prep everything so you're not going to scratch your paint off. Prep work is key.
Yeah. I've been working with those 80th Hulks, the knockoffs, and man, those are hard to prep.
And oh man, that spacer I made for that one, what like I'm right here. That makes a world of difference about not having a collision point, having that spacer.
Yeah, I added some O-rings. That's all I did to mine. That spacer, yeah, that definitely it gives them a tiny bit of height too.
Yep, it gives a little bit of height. Yep, and it elongates the torso too, so the bigger head. I'm using what's considered a select size head, but it still works. On this one, on the other Smart Hulk customs I did, I used the smaller head. One of my first like hair sculpts. It's not the greatest, but it's an early Hulk hair sculpt I did. Plus, I was using the Fixit, which is not really good for sculpting organic shapes like hair. Like
green's much better, right?
Yeah, this is green stuff sculpted hair I did recently. And it's killing me that I can't get my camera to like autofocus right now. It's stuck into a certain focus point, like here.
Yeah, it is weird.
I can't get I can't get the device to recognize.
It's really clear when you hold it down there, though.
Yeah. I can't get the device to recognize the camera is hooked up. The drivers for the camera.
Yeah. I know what you mean though about working like little bits at a time. You know that project I'm doing that's almost coming to a close now. I'm pretty much done. I just little finishing touches here and there. I'll just say the big three.
Yeah,
I was just working little bits at a time. I can't sit for long periods of time and customize anymore. It's killing me, man.
Oh, I understand. I was actually looking at better chairs for down here for streaming. That's bar stool height.
Yeah, you can find something. Maybe even a gaming chair.
Well, the problem with gaming chairs, those are meant for like a desk. This is literally like a bar height table.
Yeah.
So I'd have to get something like a bar stool. It's got a back to it and cushions, which they make them. I've seen them. I saw.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen those higher chairs. I've seen those. Yeah, you should look on Amazon or something because, yeah, you could kill your back because you gotta try to maintain it. You know, keep your posture, and as hard as that is to do because you're leaning over, right?
Mm-hmm. Posture. I'm supposed to maintain that.
Yeah, no shit, eh? Same thing with me too. It's like the other day I was doing some really, really fine detail on my customs that I'm working on, and painting. I'm saying is like I had my freaking those bifocals on that you have too, and then I was like literally hunched over, leaning on the table, on my elbow, trying to hold the thing perfectly still. And I was in that position for so long. All of a sudden, it's like the next day, I tried getting out of bed, and I was like, oh my god! It's like, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I sit here so much for these streams. I've actually wore the paint off the front of the bar with my knee. I had to use the Dremel to cut that out. That wasn't just epoxy there. That's the baking soda glue. So that stuff is.
Oh, that's hard. Yeah. You'd be sanding that for hours.
I wanted it strong with like that. I noticed there's after I sculpted the hair, and I noticed there's like a big chip over here on this jaw over here. Like, where did that happen at?
When I was working on that head, you sent me that cast. You know which one I'm talking about? Oh my god, I was dremeling the crap out of that thing because there's so much plastic in there. You know, and then you sent me that message saying, "Well, I could have cleared that out. I learned how to do that now." And I was like, "Oh yeah, thanks, man." 2 hours of dremeling. Yeah, 2 hours of show them the inside. Look at that.
Actually, I hollowed this one out. So you can see, like, there's once you get past the plastic, it's hollow.
Oh my god!
I actually when I print this one too, I lengthened it this way.
Thanks,
So I was
man.
curious how. I didn't know I could do that when I'm printing shorts.
Thanks, man.
I didn't know you could hollow it out either.
Yeah, 2 hours, man. 2 hours in my life I'll never get back. Oh man, and you should have seen me, eh? I was like covered. I was like, I didn't realize those casts how much freaking dust they put up.
Oh man, it's insane. It's like how much dust.
You know, here's something funny. I went outside after to dust myself off because I didn't want to. I was like, okay, let me at least. I know the floor is covered, the table's covered. I'm gonna have to come back and clean that. I go, let me get whatever's on my clothes up. So there I go. I go outside to dust myself off, and there's one of the neighbors is walking by, and she's looking at me. You don't understand. I was full of powder, eh? All of a sudden, she just stops and looks at me. She's got this weird look on her face. You know what I did? I did one of these like. She walked away pretty quick. I was like, oh, I had to. But yeah, man, that was a lot of dust.
I can't agree more and emphasize that enough. When you're drilling out, even like the casting resin too, the print resin, it all just makes an absolute mess.
Jeez, I wasn't expecting that. I was like, oh, I know, I see when you do it, but like, I mean, you don't really do that as much as I was doing on camera. So I was like, oh my god, when's this gonna end?
I don't watch it as much now, but I used to watch these guys. They would cast this stuff in resin, these blanks, and they turn them on a mill and stuff. It just makes such a huge mess. Like their mills are covered up like piles and piles of like resin chunks and ribbons and.
That'd be cool. Like, I mean, I'm happy with the way it came out. Like, because I had to cut the hair, obviously, but if I can get one with the long hair like that still, I would. That'd be great. Just have to freaking clear out all that stuff.
And there's a nice, good hollow cavity in there.
Yeah, but the problem is getting it over the body that I use is wide from chest to back, so
Yeah.
that was the problem. And I snapped the freaking head. The face snapped right off with the beard.
Now I'm gonna play with this.
Here we go.
What little bit of dribble, my hands are already turning white.
You're giving me PTSD, you know that, eh?
But see how much easier it is when I hollow that.
We're not an hour in yet. Don't make me start cursing, eh?
Trim on dust.
Save some of that for later, eh?
Woo!
Oh my God. As is, I don't think that'll fit on the body I use though.
Yeah. Yeah, the body you use is like big.
Wide.
40th anniversary He-Man.
Yeah. It's just he's got the much bigger chest than the other He-Man figures.
Yep.
And back. It's just like really like bulbous. Got the huge freaking chest.
Yeah, I don't even have a use for this head. I'm just. Oh, you know what this could work for? That's storyline where like Superman's really old.
Oh yeah, that'd be
weird.
cool. I don't know if he'd be decked out with the jewelry on the beard, but
He worked for the Wizard too from
Shazam.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine has a nice scar over here now. It looks like he's got a scar, so I was like, it actually snapped right over the whole nose.
Yeah.
You know what made it worse for me though? My sanding bit, the one that you were just using before, for some reason the actual sandpaper part kept on coming off the wheel.
Oh, I've had those things explode too. The sandpaper, like the sandpaper thing.
Yeah, it slides up, and then the black part starts to get all scraped up, and I'm like,
not even just that. I've had them actually explode off the Dremel.
I was like, oh my god! Like, I mean, every time I was starting to get a good groove going, the thing would start coming out on me. I'm like, I have to stop. And you know what I mean? Like,
when I was working on this boot here, I was hauling it out. I was using those sand bits from it for the haul out, smooth out the inside.
Yeah.
I was doing that. One of them exploded inside, and grabbed that and slung it across the room. I thought it was destroyed. Took me a while to find it. It was actually on the mantle by the fireplace.
Are you serious?
And that is,
piece, eh?
and that's like 20 feet away. Better.
That's why everyone listening and watching, always use protective eyewear.
Oh yeah, especially when you're dremeling. I got my glasses on right now. It did damage it. It broke it. Like I was able to glue. I can't find more. I don't even know where it's at now.
That's how good you hit it. So.
Yeah, it broke it pretty good ways up, and I was able to glue it back together. But I love the fact I actually will retain the boot swivels on this version.
Yeah, it's such a weird boot swivel on that figure. I don't know why.
It's angled. Yeah, that's what killed me on the first time. Of course, the way I was doing it before, there's really no way to do it. Because I was hand sculpting it using styrene rods and building a skeletal structure and adding to it. But that odd slant to it.
But okay, what's the purpose of it though? Does it work? Like,
I don't know, man. It's like It's not even works like if you. It would make more sense if it was angled the other way, because your leg don't move that way.
I know it's just such an ugly cut. Like
it slants to the inside at a, I don't know, like a 10, 15 degree angle.
I don't get it. I don't understand why they did that. It just looks so weird.
Mm-hmm.
I know they used the leg for that other character. What's his name with the cat face, the tiger face? I can't remember. Guardians of the Galaxy.
You can see how much I've cut the ankle down. You get this big bulbous ankle, and now it's slimmed down to a much smaller one.
Cankles no more.
Cankles no more. You get the smaller feet. Look.
You still getting those from the Deadpool, or are you just casting them?
The feet are actually from a Warpath. The hands are from the Deadpool. Were originally from Deadpool. These hands are from Spider-Man, which is a 12-inch figure too.
You're using all these Warpaths for customs and all these parts and stuff. I've never had a Warpath in my hand. Never. It's like
when I was making those parts for Sif for Life, he's asked me that he's going to make a conquest using a Warpath. Do you have a Warpath figure to size stuff too? Yeah, I got a Warpath. I got a lot of them. Whenever I saw them out and about for cheap, I'd buy them.
I find that anything X-Men related now, man, it's like if you don't get it, like while it's there, you don't find them anymore. X-Men sells out really well. I think that's one of the Marvel Legends. When it comes to X-Men merchandise, they do really well, man, and it's so hard to get.
And Phil said Tiberius, the tiger.
Tiberius, that. Yeah, that cool figure. I never really built them. I only have parts of them. But I mean, I'm not really. I don't know him at all. So but you know what though? That would make a good. What's his name from Invincible? That's a good start for him.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Damn, if you didn't say that, I would tell you exactly what his name was.
Yeah.
Battle Beast.
Yeah, that's a good starting point for Battle Beast. But you know what though? I'm so tempted. I keep on hearing people are telling, they want to start making Invincible customs. How many are out there right now? You know, there's tons of people making them, and I love them. I love seeing them and all. But you know what? Before I get invested, I'm gonna wait to see what Jada comes up with, because I feel they're gonna produce some amazing Invincible figures.
Your mic's getting all like garbly.
How about now?
Good now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going. I thought I was going to make it an Omni-Man. Hell, I got the head right here. I already base coat it and fit it to a Hercules body, which does fit. Look very good with that.
Oh yeah. See, that's a good base for him, but Conquest got to be bigger. So yeah, I can see.
Yeah. Do on Warpath.
Yeah, Space Venom is also on the same body. Yep. That figure I have.
I actually got 2 Space Venoms. I just never opened the second one. The 2-pack.
Oh yeah, the 2-packs. That's right.
Oh man. Well, that solves my issue about waiting for Omni-Man. I printed this with that gray resin I used to use. Yeah. I just took that head off and I just busted the back of the head.
Shut the fan off for a while. Bart says, "What's shaking?"
just broke my Omni-Man head. Which this is printed on the... That's printed on like the more fragile resin I don't use anymore.
Yeah.
I just glued it back, so that would be fine. But I don't even know if I'm gonna make them now, because I'll wait to see what Jada delivers. Hope it's Invincible figures and not back-ass cars.
SDCCs are on the corner, so hopefully they'll hint at something. Because what they showed it at, what was the last big show that they actually had that announcement? Wasn't that New York?
They didn't really announce it. They applied for like some paperwork come out, like that they applied for like a licensing deal type thing.
Yeah. And the good thing about them that I like is how many years since they started the Street Fighter line? Pretty much the whole thing is done.
Yep, only have a few more left to get.
Yeah. I like that.
I got a couple down here in the floor I haven't even opened up yet.
I still only have 2 because I didn't want to go all in on that line. Oh, nice. See? Him, I want him and Zangief, but I only got 2, man. I got Ken and Ryu because those were my go-to guys.
I made a good deal on this, but I actually ended up getting 2 of the Maximum Spider-Man figures. So I forgot to cancel all my pre-orders. And Sif for Life, he found those out in his GameStop or somewhere he found them out. And that paid him was like, he was needing a Maximum Spider-Man. So, what if we trade? Because we're about the same price.
Yeah.
So I got those for a trade with Maximum Spider-Man.
So you got 2 of them?
No, I ended up with 2 Maximum Spider-Mans. Now I got 1.
No, I mean the 2 figures you got in the trade.
I got Sagat and Maka.
Nice. Sagat too. He's another one. He looks so.
Both of them are in big boxes.
Yeah.
These boxes are about twice the size of the standard boxes.
They're big figures. Zangief's coming out soon, or he's already out?
I don't even think pre-order's up for him yet.
Oh, he's gonna be a nice.
Vega just went up for pre-order.
Yeah, and they put the butterflies in the front, and he still looks good.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's got butterflies in the front too.
Yeah, Blanca and Sagai, right?
Yep. I ended up putting some epoxy inside the heads for clearance issues.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the prep work.
Well, you prep your joints?
Every now and then, not always. So before it was like laying flat against the neck, which would cause a paint scrape issue. So I put that green stuff in there where I got it elevated off, damn camera focus. So it's elevated off the neck and still looks good.
Yeah.
This is my Rage head, which is this head is a combination of an enlarged Hyperion head and a shrunken Hulk head. So I cut it through here. This is the Ruffalo 2-pack Hulk head that I shrunk down.
Yeah.
And the Hulkbuster Ruffalo Hulk 2-pack. Yeah. So I like that yelling head, but it was too big. It didn't match up with the sculpt. So I made a mold in silicone, and I put mineral spirits in them. I was mixing up the silicone, so when it started drying out, I ran a mold and got just the right size.
Well, you did that head with the Hulk and the Hyperion, and then you did the other one with the All Might and the Hyperion.
Yep.
Like, I don't know
This one right here.
how you mix those up. You can't even see the seam, man.
Yep. Once I sanded those down and got rid of the seam, I casted those. That way I can just. I tried to cast this one. I have issue where I don't have like a pressure pot in my stuff, and I don't have slow resin.
Yeah.
The open mouth was causing issues.
Yeah.
So I might send this to a friend and see if he can cast it.
It looks good though.
It'd be cool. It'd be kind of cool if I do that. I can't do the enlarging stuff.
Yeah.
If this is an enlarged Hyperion head, it'd be kind of cool to enlarge the new Hyperion head.
Yeah. That's a nice head too.
Yep. Which is good to know for those who need to know. The domino mask is painted on, it's not sculpted on. So you can actually just strip the paint off of it, repaint your eyes and your eyebrows, and have a really good head sculpt.
Sometimes their laziness works out for customizers with them when they're not
Oh,
sculpted.
Well,
Name without yeah. Sorry.
Well, you go ahead.
Name without saying he's waiting for Zangief and T-Hawk. Yeah, two big boys, man.
Mm-hmm. E-Honda, too.
Yeah. Sector's in the house. What's up, Sector? How are you?
This head enlarged would make it a great prime head.
Put it up. Well, not really up because it's gonna lose. Yeah, because I'm used to seeing with the mask. See, that does look great. You know what? That would be a nice prime head too.
Exactly. Like, I'd love to have this enlarged to update. Since I started with enlarged Hyperion heads,
yeah,
it'd be cool to have this enlarged. And
well, it's good to have options too. But I mean, you got like so many different heads. Like you can have different looks. You know that actually that would look good for Future Prime.
Oh yeah.
At least it'll look a little different. You know what I mean? So
older, more mature.
Yeah. Because you want them to look a bit different when you tackle on that one.
Be cool.
That is a nice head. Now that I look at it without the, I'm used to seeing it with the mask, so I can't really unsee it. But now that you're looking at it like that, that's a great head, man.
You know, that would be a good Superman head too.
I'm saying it could work for a lot of, you put long hair on it, it would be a good Thor head too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that head is like, wow. They should make them. Too bad they don't do stuff like that, eh? They should like offer the head with different hair pieces, almost like that. What was that big freaking Titan figure? That was a crappy figure, but
all the different hair pieces. Yep. Let me grab something. Yep. I'm curious. I want to try something on this.
All right. How's everyone in the chat?
I'm coming.
I'm just interacting with the chat.
Look at here.
Oh.
Let's see what that head looks like on this.
Mashalku is saying, may I know what size is right for the Marvel Select Immortal Hulk custom head?
It's really preference. For Hulk, I like a little bit smaller head. Oh shit, that looks good.
Oh boy.
Does it not look good?
Yeah, but it's such a great looking head sculpt. This could work for so many different characters. I like that.
Ah, hell. It needs to be lowered down a little bit. It's a
You know,
little
you
too
know
high.
anybody with, you know anybody who can cast that? You know a guy? I think I know a guy. Because a couple of those heads would be good for custom.
Well, I know a guy who does a better job than I do.
Yeah. Name of
Now,
says how has been. That does look good for him too.
yeah, man, that looks good. Yeah, I'm going to drill it out right now and make it fit.
Is that the only one you got?
Oh no, I got a few of these sets. These that Hyperion sets, I bought a few of them for custom fodder because they were $21.
Can't go wrong with that.
So, hey, Hang Solo, everything you know Al.
Thanks, Solo says ladies. Yeah, he showed up because I showed up again.
You gotta do it like Val Venus. Hello, ladies. Back in the wet days when I used to watch wrestling.
Oh yeah, that's when it was good, really
Yep.
good.
A little more. Man, I can't get over how good that head looks on this body. Well, those heads too, where if it's done well enough, it can look good on a lot of bodies.
Yeah,
Like
that.
the Old Man Hawkeye.
Yeah. You mentioned Old Man Hawkeye. You know, I saw a picture of Old Man Hawkeye on Hercules' body. You think it looked too small? It actually still works, eh?
Holy shit, that looks good. I think I need to go down just a little bit more.
Hank Solo's asking anybody order the classified mech. I did not.
Classified Max, I did. I just ordered one.
Looking good.
Alright. Look, I had no plans to do this tonight, but now I'm doing it because we were talking. It's like, shit, that looks good.
Good to have options, right?
Yep. Look at that.
You're right, though. I mean, I can see Superman now.
Yep.
Superman, Thor.
It's such a damn good head sculpt. I think it could go down just a wee bit more. Sure. The beauty was,
And so was asking who made the head. That's the 2-pack Hyperion head without the mask.
yep, it's the new Hyperion one. I stripped the paint off the face. Man, that was such a damn good looking head sculpt. I think that's going to be an alternate head for my lore.
Why not? If you can get copies made, that would be great. You can have one.
Oh yeah.
Him.
Well, I'll do. I'll just see if I can get the. Problem is, like, one of the things I used to do is get like commission casting cave, like cast heads for me.
Yeah.
I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, I remember he did it. Glassman.
But nobody buys castings anymore, and nobody wants to paint them themselves.
Yeah.
They want pre-painted heads.
Yeah, they want that, or a lot of people go the 3D route now.
But some of these guys that charging for those heads are like so full of themselves on the pricing. It's like,
I know.
crap.
I could see, yeah, like I know I've looked into a few of the heads, and you know of a Hulk head that's a little overpriced too.
Yep. Looked great, but when I looked in the pricing, it's like, shit.
That's not even for the head.
Just for the file. Just for the file.
Yeah,
It costs more than a figure.
Get over yourself, man.
It's not a multi-pack file either. Like, I don't mind paying if it's like you get like 4 or 5 different heads. You know what I mean? Like the Barney Ross heads. Those were a 4-pack. I said of heads. I think I paid $15 for the file.
Yeah.
But I got 4 sculpts.
That's ridiculous, man. These guys are crazy. I get it. You know, if you created the file, like if you created the head, whatever, however you did it, if you did it on Blender, whatever. But you know what though? Like, you can't expect people to pay $25 just for a freaking file. That's ridiculous, man.
Yep.
Hang Solo says, I got a guy 5 to 7 ahead, unpainted. See? That's decent, man. Very decent.
Oh yeah. That right there, I love that for this. Hell, it looks like the artwork that my buddy Kevin drew for the character.
That is a very nice looking head, man. I just didn't know what it looked like. I got the 2-pack right here. I actually got it on clearance too. Pretty good. It was on sale. But I mean,
Their website called Kids Wear. Kids Wear.
yeah,
They have them and they're $21 a piece.
they still have them, but I know. But that's US. It's still
Oh, yeah.
be a lot more for me.
Yeah.
I know Big Bad Toy Store had. They had it on sale too, and the other 2-pack from the Squadron Supreme, you got me one of those at Ross.
Ollie's.
Ollie's or one or the other.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Does it not look like that?
Yeah. Even that piece of hair, right to the left of the screen.
Yeah.
Right?
Up here.
Yeah. Holy man. It's meant to be, eh?
didn't even think about that. It's like we're just sitting here talking. Hell, some of the best ideas, me and you just sitting there just shooting shit.
Well, how many things do we go through? How many times is that? Well, look, you were even playing. You messed around with that Odin head, that bearded head there. Now this one. This isn't even what you were planning on working on today. That's what happens.
I know.
When we start yapping. That's what happens when we start yapping. How many recipes have we come up with on a whim just because we're shooting the shit?
Well, I never even was going to make this guy until you.
Yeah.
You kind of stayed on to me about making him.
Oh yeah, I did. You were not getting away. No way. I said that's he's got to have an enemy. Wait, we got to talk about that later. Don't worry about it. Hang Solo says, what is that? Lies Loam on eBay for a good price on heads.
Oh.
They always give me more than I paid for.
Oh yes, he's great caster. I bought a lot of stuff from him.
Is he U.S. based?
Think so. He posted on his Instagram's a different handle. He's like Bistro's Lab or something like that. And his casting are great. He's even doing painted heads now too, and the painted heads are just like phenomenally painted.
I haven't seen him.
He's got the cleanest castings I've ever seen anybody cast.
Wow. Send me a link later.
Let's see. There we go. District Lab. He has just great castings.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Oh wow, that's
His paintwork is great.
That looks just like the unfortunately the She-Hulk show Abomination.
Well, that's what it is. He's painting those up to match the Universe body. Hey,
yeah, send me one of those so I can start following. I want to check that.
Yeah, like I said, his stuff on eBay is just some of the best stuff out there. Share profile.
Look at that! I'm the first one that pops up.
Yep, I've seen you more than anybody. He does a ton of these shields too.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen pictures of those. I didn't know where some. That looks good. I like to,
great to get like if you need to get weapons and stuff. His stuff's super high quality and very inexpensive.
Hank Solo says I had to make custom see-through bat heads, different colors. Oh, that's really cool. And Name Withheld says it was me to pick up some stuff from him, but never did. Might check him out. Well, his stuff looks cool. What's that Hulk head? Is that the Ruffalo Hulk?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That looks really good.
I found like he painted up Gray Hulk head for the 80th anniversary body. And it looked really good. See if we can find that. I don't see it right off. He's one where he does some really cool on-off stuff too. Remember like where I got that Captain Britain head? It was like hollowed out, like a empty helmet.
Oh yeah.
I was going to use it for my USA custom, and I goofed up and I like Hulk smashed it. I have no idea where it went to, but I slung it across the room and never did find it again.
I know nothing about that. It does the wings too, eh?
And
collapsed wings.
Yep. But definitely, we'll be using that for an alternate head for lore.
There you go.
Have to look after I trim it down. Yeah.
Yeah. Show the reveal, man.
I don't see what it looks like on the strip body. I need a different body. Your fan's hitting the micro bed.
Yeah. Normal.
But, there it is.
Oh, nice.
That's perfect, man. It looks just like how my buddy drew him.
Hank Solo says, I also had him make different color Cobra Commander mast heads, crimson and orange. Oh, wicked. Hank Solo says, Liz Loam is awesome.
Oh, yes, he is. I need to invite him to the stream if you want to come up hang out with us sometime.
Probably end up getting some sales too.
His work is outstanding. Here we go. Sweet. I'll hit that with my airbrush and do the skin tone. What to work on next? Oh, yeah. We're going back. I completely lost track of focus while I actually switched to work. So, this one, I did a little something different with the paint on this one. Instead of using black for the behind the white on the eyes, I actually used the wash. My wash I use. Yeah, well, I can't get the camera focus. And I use that really fine detailing brush and paint hairs and the beard.
That's a nice touch.
But you can get by most time just by doing that with mixing some gray. I'll use some of that wash and darken up the skin tone.
Yeah.
It gives you a nice 5 o'clock shadow. But I went a little extra mile and did the hairs and the beard.
You know, now come to think of it, now that you mentioned that, because I never thought about using just a wash to do it. That'd be good. Like, you know how a lot of guys have the fade haircuts? Maybe that would help. Because
oh yeah, do that with fade.
It's kind of hard to go from like a lot of guys I notice when they do fades, they just go from bald to hair. Like they can't really get a transition, and I get it because it is hard.
Yeah, but without an airbrush, it's very hard.
Yeah, but now
so if you mix that in, yeah, that would totally work.
Shit, that would, you know what, that would look good too, even on like a Hulk figure. Because I know a lot of people have, he's got just bald and he's just got that little patch of hair on top. I'm gonna try it out.
So at least on this head, I don't have to paint eyes. Just
oh, painting eyes. Ooh, so what do you think of that little that trick I tried learning how to do it, the glowing eye effect?
I think it looks good, man.
I was worried, I was like, shit, how am I gonna get that effect? I don't want to ruin the figures. do any of that stuff on the iPad. I can't like show pictures from my thing, right?
There you are. Looking for my brown. My leather brown.
Yeah.
And I need white.
Hank Soul is asking, is Collector Express going to get a PO box?
Hadn't thought about it. But I know a lot of people got PO boxes, get stuff sent to them. It's like I'm much appreciative if anybody would want to do that, but I'm also you don't need to do that. It's very much appreciative, but I'm just here doing my thing. I get enough enjoyment for you guys coming out and hanging out with us. I don't ask for anything in return, just for I'm not some greedy person asking for stuff, and there will be. I think that's why.
I know a lot of people expect stuff when they do things like this, though.
Yeah, well, this is my hobby. I do it for fun. This is escapism for just doing stuff for fun, hanging out with friends. And when you start, I'm not asking for anything for anybody, or well, other than just be nice to each other and enjoy everybody, just hang out. This little thing is kind of like getting on my nerves with like the things I'm seeing. Like, our hobby is escapism. I like the hobby just to be as it is. I'm so getting tired of all the political posts and everything.
It's got nothing to do with customizing.
Yep.
It shouldn't even be mentioned. Like, I mean, we're talking about action figures and soft goods, and you know what I mean, like painting. And
this is the thing I do to get away from stuff like that.
Yeah, Bart says art therapy. Exactly.
And I don't need that nonsense in my feeds for customizing.
Yeah, Hank Solo says no politics, please. And he also said, no, yeah, you know, Hank Solo.
You are 100% Hank Solo. That is exactly what I'm saying.
He's saying he thought people may want to trade or something. Yeah, like, I mean.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Best thing to do is handle that, like, either on Messenger or Instagram or whatnot. Even you got the Discord there, get in there, make a, talk, communicate. Sometimes people want something, mention it on there. Best thing to do, right?
Yep.
Like, I mean, we used to have forums for that. That stuff doesn't really work out anymore, but I mean, it's hard, like, to make trades unless you actually know people right off the bat. Like, I mean, we had those forums before that worked really well for making trades, but now, you know what? Social media can work just as well.
Yeah, well, I mentioned, but when I was talking about seeing everybody goes to the post, I don't care who it's for, what group you're with. I don't want to see it customizing. No politics.
No.
I don't care if you're for. I don't care if you're for Bob or for Larry. or whichever party you want to be with, but stop it in the toy forums, in the toy community.
Yeah. It shouldn't be in the same conversation.
Yep.
It's got nothing to do with it. Nothing. I don't even like talking about it outside of customer. I don't like talking about politics, period.
Yep.
Like, I mean, I get it. I understand. Like, if you're sitting down having a conversation with a person, it's one thing. But I mean, you know what, guys?
Well,
when it comes down
yeah,
to,
that's things.
You know, I don't want to. What it comes down to, basically, and hopefully this is the last we talk about it. When it comes to politics, one person who's on an opposing party, who follows an opposing party, is not going to make the other person agree. It's never going to happen.
All it is to divide people, and I don't want that.
If you're going for Bob and you're going for Larry, you know what? You're never going to convince the guy who's going for Larry to go for Bob. It's not going to work.
Exactly.
You know, keep it to yourself. End of story. No more politics. Let's not customize it.
Yep. And that's as Bubba says on Forrest Gump. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. And so it says customizing is an art therapy and an escape. I used to game a lot. It's way too toxic.
Yep.
Could imagine. Sorry guys, I haven't been on here for a while. I just have to, you know.
Yeah.
Family.
You get an extra long one. I was saying I can't Hulk smash any new customs. Oh boy, yeah, tons.
Yeah, he's been doing quite a bit here lately.
Yeah, I see. I'm posting on Instagram and Facebook, but the problem is I'm not getting a lot of people aren't really seeing my stuff on Instagram. I don't know why. I'm barely getting any views, whatnot. But I mean, I don't really have a big following.
They've changed how hashtags work, so they don't work like they used to. So it screws up.
Yeah. Hank Solo, if you check the link on the YouTube, Collector Express put my link there for Instagram. You could start following me. I'll follow you back if you want to check out some of the stuff I've been posting. I've actually been posting quite a few customs, and I got a lot more in the works right now, so they'll be posted eventually. But yeah, give me a follow on Instagram. Yeah, I don't know why, man. I'm not getting the traction on Instagram. I'm trying to do all the hashtag stuff that I don't know. I'm not.
All right, but they rolled it back to delay it. But I remember they posted on Instagram like Meta did that they're going to have it where you can't even follow hashtags anymore.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Then what's the point? I waste all my time doing all those hashtags for what then?
Well, it's still working now, but eventually that's going to be the case.
So it's not even worth it then. I'm wondering why. Like, I mean, barely anybody gets to see my.
Well, that way too. The thing is, they're going to switch to AI recommendations instead of like hashtags. So AI is going to start controlling your feed.
Bart says, hashtag screwed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not good. Facebook, yeah, I'm getting more on Facebook because I post on groups.
Can't hear you.
Hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah, I was saying I post more. Like I post on the groups, the customizing groups on Facebook. I'm getting a little more traction there, but yeah, Instagram, I'm just not getting a lot of traction. I was saying I don't think I can do it on my iPad, but I can't like share screen or like do that post pictures from my iPad on here. The way you do it.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do that with the. I don't think I have that option.
Oh. I want to go to my orthopedic doctor on Friday to get another shot in my knee. I wish I could get it in my shoulders, but that's another few months away. Grinding, popping, and crackling.
Oh yeah.
I got bone on bone joints in my shoulders right now. I have no cushion in my shoulders. That's fun.
That's nuts.
It's like, man, I was like, how did I wear myself out so fast?
Yeah, my dad, back in the day, he was having a shoulder problem. Then he fell at work one day, and it was weird. My dad never called in sick a day in his life, and he had to do an operation, so he had to be off work for a while. To see my dad at home, not knowing what to do with himself, oh my God, it was. I was younger at the time too. Like, I mean, I was still in school, but I come home from school and I just see my dad pacing, like not knowing what to do. I'm like, what are you doing? He had to get an operation because of that. He bone, I guess it was like a piece of bone was touching every time he moved the shoulder, so he had to shave down a bit of the bone. So he had to do the operation. They told him he had to be off work for a while.
Yeah, I got that too. I got the bone spurs in my shoulders. I got bone on bone plus bone spurs, shoulder separation, arthritis, and psoriatic arthritis.
Crazy.
So it's like, why I hurt. When people are complaining, it's like, I can't do this because I'm hurting. It's like, okay, I'm still here.
And yet you're still doing this, right? So here's a little bit.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Shut that off. Yeah, once you start doing something, it's hard not to.
You're getting hit real hard, man.
Just move it out of the way. There we go.
I didn't catch what you said right then.
I said, once you start doing stuff like, especially a hobby like this, it's hard to stop.
Well, this is my artistic outlet. I used to be able to draw really well, but my arthritis in my hands keep me from really drawing too much anymore.
Yeah.
And it interferes with my customizing some, but I can do this a little easier than drawing. And it's still an artistic outlet.
Well, even the older style paintbrushes, they were giving me problems for a while there. Carpal tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, you should totally get that surgery.
Yeah, right. Every time I grip a paintbrush, the older style paintbrushes for too long, it was like, especially when I'm doing detail work like this that you're doing now, and it's like, oh my God, I start losing feeling. I can't even hold the brush anymore. It starts to slip out of my hand. And it's like, now at least you get those paintbrushes with the thicker handle parts. So getting old sucks, eh?
Mm-hmm. You laugh about it when you're young, and it's like, when you get here, it's like, I was an asshole.
Yeah. Did you Didn't you always get a laugh out of those guys saying they can tell when the weather's going to change or it's going to be a storm coming because their joints start to hurt and shit like that? And I used to say, how the hell do these guys actually think that that's possible? Yeah, I get it.
I get it now.
Yeah, everything that's been hurt or whatever, you feel it. You know, I know it really doesn't affect, but when I see somebody painting fine detail, I don't want to talk. I don't know why. I just stay quiet.
Yeah, it's all right. You can talk.
No, but you know what I mean? I even do it myself. Like, I mean, when I'm painting, it's like, it's like I don't want to say anything. I just, you know, when you exhale and then you start to stroke.
Oh, yeah. I'm using a little bit of warmer flesh tone they use for shading. I'm doing like an edging around the goggles like they're pressing against his face.
Oh, that's a good idea. I know you can't show it here now, but yeah, take pictures. I want to see how the effect looks after. Yeah, it's weird. Your camera used to do the autofocus all the time. Now it's...
Well, I can't turn it back on. I turned it off when I had control of the app to show something. And now it won't recognize the damn camera. I can't turn it back on.
That's strange.
Now's the best time to do this because I can be less precise and get spill over onto the goggles because I'm going to actually be painting the goggles black. So.
Yeah, it's easier to do that than to... Yeah, I know what you mean.
If I do this after effect, I'll be repainting the goggles again.
Yeah. Those are little tricks you would learn along the way.
What I found too, like I'll take these like lids for these paints here. Instead of laying them on the side, I'll take like an old empty 3 bottles of paint.
Huh, yeah.
Hold my lid.
Tricks of the trade. Oh, check this out. My wife got a bottle at her store. She works, you know, with the liquor store. So I bought a bottle of gin for my brother for Christmas. And it came with this little bowler's hat.
Oh, nice.
I thought it would have fit the Select Hulk, but it doesn't. It's too
big,
man.
Oh, did you get the 12-inch Hulk?
The
12-inch Marvel Legends?
Oh yeah, I got that. It probably fit in.
Yeah.
Maybe. It just looks a little too big for the Select Hulk. But then again, I put her on the Smart Hulk, the one that you sent me though, and that's a more narrow head than the. I'm pretty sure if I had like a. I can't remember if you sent me a face-off Hulk with the Marvel Select.
You should have a face-off head for Marvel Select.
Can't remember if it was Select or Select. I know. Again, I'm gonna go through this stuff tomorrow because I need to find a couple of the heads you sent me, anyways.
You should have plenty of those unpaint ones.
Yeah, I can always do that, but I don't know if any of those ones are Select. I gotta check the sizes. But yeah, this cool little bowler's hat, eh? Like, it looks like one of those. I like it. It was a bottle topper, so my brother wasn't gonna do it. I bought him the bottle for Christmas, and I was like, keep the hat for myself. AK's in the house, he says. Hello.
Get my magnifiers back on. I got these laying around since I went and modified my Ghost Rider again to have the boots. So I got these laying. The legs are cut off.
That's from the
Luke Cage legs.
Yeah. You know you're gonna find a use for those.
Eventually, graft them on something.
That's the thing about Ghost Rider. He could have worked with those legs, with the full jean and the boots underneath. Or
well, I was fine leaving it that way until I tried to put it on the bike. Needs the boot swivel to go on the bike. With the new Luke Cage figure with pants, those ankles swivel, hinge and swivel.
Yeah.
So they would have worked, but these older style, they don't swivel at the ankle. They don't have that swivel down here.
Mm-hmm. Just excuse me for a minute.
Okay. Somebody start the timer.
I heard you when you were walking. When I was walking out, I was like, I used to say a second. At least I said a minute this time.
Painting the hairs and the beard.
AK saying, anyone know what the armor from Iron Man 279 is called? I'd have to see a picture. I'm not really.
Our resident local Ironman expert's not here tonight.
Yeah. Alpha says the gem looks great. And he says, oh, I'm late to the stream. It's okay, you're still welcome. Neat trick you learned there, eh?
It's almost like cross hatching shading on a drawing.
Then you smudge it.
If I get too dark, I smudge it.
Yeah, Alpha says good brush control. AK is asking, is that Sam Fisher?
Yes. I got one painted up already with the goggles up. I'm painting these up for my friend Brunson. We're doing like a work trade. I'm painting these up. He's going to do like a 9x12 drawing. He's going to do my Death Scourge, the Reaper guy.
Alpha says looks legit.
The smudge helps soften it up too a little bit if it's too bold.
Kind of makes it look more realistic too.
Yep.
Yeah, it does look good. That's a nice technique. Alpha says I bought some fingernail art brushes for small details like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm using. No
I
art.
was gonna say, this thing looks so cool. I might have to invest.
They're cheap too, so you can get it. The very set I'm using is in the description. The last item on the description. Get several different size brushes. This is their smallest one.
I bought it probably a few months back, and some like detail brushes, and I've been using them to do eyes lately. And now it's like, I don't know, man. The end starts to fray. No matter how much I wet it, I even use the paint. Like I curl the brush into the paint a little bit, and then even when I'm wiping the paint off, it's like every time I start to just about to do that, like a pupil or a light reflection in the eye, I look at the tip of the brush and it's opening up on me. And it's like, oh my god.
That's why I usually use the Winsor Newton on cleaning the brush.
Yeah.
It seems to do a little better than the water. Keeps them from fraying.
AK says the fingernail brushes will only work if they have sparkles in the handle.
No, I got those too. They're here somewhere.
Sparkles make everything nicer. Alpha says, "Is he serious?" I think you are, aren't you?
Oh, what? Sparkle brushes? Hmm.
Yeah, sparkles. Mark says, I have ones with different colored resin rocks in it. When the brush is toast, I crack it open for the rocks for custom fodder. Might as well, man. Make use out of it.
Yep.
I always do that. You know, you go through freaking shower curtains or whatever. They got the magnets on the bottom. I always rip them open, take the magnets out before we throw them out. I'm always looking for custom fodder.
That's the problem with a customizer. Hoarding goes hand in hand.
Oh yeah, I know. It's like, I'll look at something. Can I use that for a custom? My wife, she laughs because I do that on purpose now. I'll just hold something random. I'll find it. I'll say, "Can I use this for a custom?"
Probably work out. Brunson's actually going to be at a con about 3 hours away from here next weekend.
Oh yeah.
Get these finished up. I can just take them to them.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, might as well take a little drive.
I get tickled like when Europeans don't understand, like people that live in the Americas, like driving's no big deal to us. Driving hours to get anywhere.
Yeah.
They think a 30-minute drive is a long time.
That's a normal drive, really. Alpha says, speaking of fodder, my town is getting an Ollie's. The big lots that shut down is getting turned into one. Oh, nice.
Sucks you lose you big lots, but at least you get all these back.
Alpha saying driving is a big deal for me. I'm scared I will get into an accident. Don't come in my city then.
Oh yeah. Brampton is. He sent me tons of videos on Brampton.
You know what? If you don't see it with your own eyes, you will not believe it. People driving on sidewalks, driving on the opposite side of the highways, streets. It doesn't matter. And it's a normal thing. It's not. I can't look at things anymore and say, "Oh my God, look at that." I'm used to it, which is a scary thing. I drive my wife to work. It takes about, on a normal day, 35 to 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. That's if traffic is good, whatnot. I mean, my street is very small. I mean, I drive out to the street and I just got to cross over a little set of lights at the end of my street to go into a plaza. That's where we pick up our coffee in the morning. Like, I mean, if we're in a rush, we'll just stop, go through the drive-thru. It's literally about, if you were to drive straight there, it'd probably take you about a minute and a half to just drive. And in that minute and a half, on more mornings than I would like to admit, probably about three near accidents in a minute and a half drive. This is driving in a parking lot. So that goes to tell you what we're dealing with here.
Seems to be getting worse every year, though. I know people's driving is getting worse and worse. It's having to like be more defensive when I drive anymore.
but over here it's just a whole different thing. People don't actually get their licenses here; they buy them. Yeah, Alpha says I live in a suburb. All the big cities are about an hour away by highway. I used to drive to UTA for college, and an hour there and back. I have a bad attention span. Focusing on an hour is exhausting. Yeah, well, I drive for a living, transit, so in the city. So yeah, I see it all, especially this city.
Figured out the technique on the other one and actually doing a little better job on this one. You always get better.
Yeah, always.
Oh, that works good. Perfect tension bristle. I can actually soften it up with that.
Name Without says, watch the video. And a guy from the UK, but lived in New York for the past few years, and he was explaining to Europeans just how far and long people in the USA drive. Yeah. And you know what it is too? It's traveling to work. Like, I mean, people don't just work near their house anymore. You got to drive to work, man.
Well, I just don't understand. We drive hours just to go to work sometimes.
Oh yeah, I know some of the people who work with me, they live in cities so far away. And it's like, it takes them so long to get to work. I'm like, wow, you got to do that driving to work, then drive all day, and then drive home. I'm like, that's why I can't. I wouldn't want to. It'd be ideal to move farther away from the city I'm in now. I can get houses for a lot better price, but I can't do the driving, man. I can't. If I drive for a living. Like, my wife doesn't drive, so I drive her to and from work, and like, we manage when I'm at work. She'll meet up with me or whatever. But I mean, I can't do it, man. Drive so far and then drive all day and then drive home. Old cat saying, is the head sculpt Sam Fisher? Yeah, it's Sam Fisher.
Basically using this brush to feather it, to soften it.
That's working good. It does look like a 5 o'clock shadow now. Alpha saying, getting a driver's license is just a part of American culture. I didn't get my license until I was 21. The world really opened up for me. Not having to ask people to take me places. Regretted waiting. Yeah, I know. Same. You know, I could have got my license a lot sooner, but I don't know. There was no car for me to drive. You know what I mean? It was like, I knew I wouldn't be able to get a car right away, and then eventually I turned 21 and it was like, yeah, you know what? I'm getting my license. I'm getting a car. I'm getting everything. So I just did that all at once. But yeah, I waited a little too long.
My youngest nephew, he's in his 20s and he still don't have a license.
A lot of people aren't getting licenses anymore. A lot of people don't even want to drive anymore.
Yep.
They just can't afford gas.
Well, I was kind of shocked when it was like a long time back now, but we had we had some student workers. I was talking about going to the next, the way the areas are laid out, you're like there's two towns that right on top of each other,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about going to the other one to get some lunch. And they're like, "You're gonna go that far for lunch?" It's like 10-minute drive. What do you mean that
Really?
far? They're so on top of each other. I consider them the same town.
Wow. Alpha says, after I got my license, I got a GPS and started going to conventions, schools, and acting classes. It's a whole different freedom, man. Once you get your car, remember when I got my first car too? It was so liberating, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says all the stuff no one would take me to, and that's the thing too. I totally get it, man. I used to hate asking people, but the thing is, I used to hang out with a lot of people that drove anyways, and I was going where they were going, so they lived right either a few houses away or on the same street. So I did have rides whenever I needed. But yeah, it's just when you have that thing that you want to do that a lot of people might not be into or whatnot, like you want to go, just say you want to go figure hunting or you know what I mean, or stuff like that. It's like some people aren't into that stuff. They're not going to want to drive from one Toys R Us to another or one Target to another. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like when you have your own vehicle, you're liberated. You do whatever the hell you want.
Oh yeah.
So nice to, you know.
My era is like that was your first part of being independent, being on the way to being an adult. So you get your car, get your license, you can go anywhere you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically rite of passage type thing.
Yeah, there's no feeling quite like that's one of the feelings that you remember is getting your first car, and you didn't have to worry about, you know, you weren't borrowing the car from a family member. It was yours. You can do whatever you wanted. Such a great feeling.
I remember doing the driver's ed stuff too.
Yeah.
Right, slow it down. We had like a road course we take. Like I was a better driver than everyone because I was driving since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I'd be the lead car, then I'd be behind the last car, really quickly. I'd hear on the radio, Ralph, slow it down.
I had, I've been driving long before I got my license anyways, but it was like, one of the cars I learned to drive on was my dad's 1982 Chevy Impala station wagon.
Ooh, nice.
I think it was one of the biggest cars ever made, and I learned to drive on that. And you know what my first car was? A 1988 Honda Civic hatchback.
Learned to drive on the biggest one and had one of the smallest ones.
And I tell you one thing, man, I could literally thought that I was, you know, when you can walk in and out of things easily. It was like that with the Honda. It was like I didn't even feel like I had a car around me. It was so funny. But yeah, once you learn how to drive on a big vehicle like that, you're good, man. You can pretty much drive anything.
My dad had a 1972 Eldorado Cadillac. It was so big, it was too wide to fit through like the middle stalls on a bank teller.
Yeah, those are big cars. Alpha says, I drove before I got my license. I was just, it was just to my job 5 minutes away. I was still paranoid I would get pulled over. You know, actually, like, we talk about that. Yeah, I used to drive before I had my license too. Like, I mean, that was the thing. But the thing that rushed me to get my license was, like, my dad got sick. He had a stroke and he couldn't really drive. And I was driving him with no license to like doctor's appointments, physiotherapy twice a week, and whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm gonna get caught. You know what I mean? It's like I might as well just go through all that. So yeah, after my dad had the stroke, it kind of rushed me to do all that. So
yeah,
I'm glad I did. I didn't want. I should have done it before that. I don't know why I waited so long. AK saying She-Hulk versus Power Girl at the beach in bikinis, oiled up. Who wins?
We do.
Everyone wins.
Yeah.
Alpha says good answer. It's true.
It's like you never stop a cat fight.
I've had this thing for such a long time. Got to make a custom with it. I never got the Build-A-Figure, just this. And I got the torso piece, but I don't like it. There's no range in that thing.
Oh, the shark.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
shark.
Didn't I send you that?
This one? Was it you that sent this to me?
I think I did. From the
You sent me
DC
Killer Croc.
Reflecting Connect.
You sent me Killer Croc. I don't know who sent me this.
I sent you
Maybe.
that. I sent that to you.
Did you? Yeah,
we
because I
talked
remember.
about we talked about what it would look good on. You practiced out on Toy Biz Hulk and everything.
Yeah. Because I know, yeah, I can't remember where I got it. I guess it's you. But yeah, I've had it for that long.
It's like we had this conversation before. I sent it to you.
Because I know one of the last things you sent me was the Killer Croc head. That's off the same body. But
Okay. We're going to circle back to the conversation earlier about getting old.
yeah. No. I got a couple of years on you, buddy.
You're getting to the senile year.
Thanks.
What are friends for?
How's that shoulder, buddy?
Not too good, but
Wait, look, I'm all right.
hey.
Oh man.
See, what you can do is ask me again because you forget.
What was that? What were we just talking about? Oh yeah, AK said good answer to that She-Hulk Power Girl question. No, Alpha said that. AK says perfect answer. Alpha's saying I don't really know Power Girl's abilities. Oh, she's Supergirl basically, just an older version of her, right? From a
Yeah,
different
she's
Earth?
Kryptonian.
Yeah,
She has all Superman's powers.
she's Kara, but from a different Earth.
Yeah. Alternate timeline where she was got the Earth older.
Yeah, and she's basically the cousin of Superman with the gray wings in his hair. Alpha says, I also don't think She-Hulk has rage boosts.
She doesn't now.
He did
but
at first.
She didn't at first. Now she turns into the same Hulk. The Hulk turns into just the same big brute Gene Tail, and all the different is you see 2 slight bumps on her chest and long hair.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. I think she's gone back though, hasn't she? Hasn't she gone back to better looking again?
I don't know. I don't keep up with modern comics.
They made her look like basically Hulk and drag.
Yes.
That's what she looked like. Alpha saying, can I use that bootleg gray Hulk as a body for the shark? I thought about it. It would work, but it's not big enough. It needs to be, because the size of the body of the Build-A-Figure is huge. It's the same as the Killer Croc Build-A-Figure.
Well, it's also like the Caliban and DCUC, like not Caliban. I'm sorry, Valdis and Kilowatt. I don't know why I said Caliban.
Yeah, Alpha is saying Hulk isn't big enough. You know what? it could work, but believe it or not, it is not big enough. I put it on a Legends Hulk. It could work, but it actually is more the size, because the actual King Shark figure is about the size of the Marvel Select Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use a movie, the Avengers movie Marvel Select, the first movie one with the torn pants. I'm probably going to use that because it's as big as the Build-A-Figure. I like the proportions better. I'm surprised though that I figured when I first got this I was like, a Marvel Legends Hulk should work for that. No, it's not big enough.
Where'd you get that?
Eh?
Where'd you get that?
I don't know. Some guy I think just gave it to me. I don't know. I don't remember where I got this from. Like I said, if you didn't tell me now, I wouldn't have known.
We had literally had discussions what to use that on.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was a long time ago, right? That was ages ago.
I just dropped my brush.
Don't forget where you dropped it now.
Well, I'm in the process of cleaning it. It's my good one too, my thin one.
Oh. Alpha says I had that. What are those things called? The Kotobukiya, Bashojo. She-Hulk. Yeah, but all my statues went missing. Oh no, are you serious? Somebody stole them? And AK says I just put all my statues on. I'm not saying that word again. I just put all the statues up on the shelf.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
Actually, I just looked at a time. I think we just called it night.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say before. Yeah, you know what, guys, man? Statues. I saw there's some nice statues that I wouldn't mind getting. I just can't. I can't go down that rabbit hole, man. Just like Hot Toys, I won't go down that rabbit hole. I got too much stuff already.
Only thing left to do is paint the goggles, and that's done.
That looks good.
I like the beards both look good. I did better with the one with the goggles.
Yeah, well, you learned the second time around, right?
Yeah.
But the other one looks good too.
Well, using this brush, figuring out to use this brush to feather it, worked out really nice.
Alpha says, last time I saw my statues, they were in my office. I must have misplaced the crate. Statues are great, but they only do one pose. Yeah.
Yeah.
AK says, look up price statues. They are budget price and quality. Yeah, I got no room, man. Trust me, I would love to get some statues, but I just got no room. I don't even have room for my figures anymore. I need a bigger house.
Before everything went crazy, you were in the process of that.
Yeah, and then
And the housing market went nuts.
Oh yeah, it just blew up overnight. Literally, it doubled overnight. It was like, are you kidding me? I couldn't, man. Well, AK's saying under $20. That's not bad. I'm gonna look that up.
Oh, I need to check out that mammoth I found with the ice tusk.
Yeah.
I was curious how big that head would be. That would be a great one to do. We're talking about doing a white mammoth.
Yeah. Did you find out the sizes?
Oh, something about the size, but I can't remember. I gotta find the link now. I don't even remember. I think I bookmarked it. I know I sent it to you.
Yeah, I remember that. I thought you would have. You probably saw like a different picture that would give you an idea.
Well, I was thinking about using this head for too is we're going to be making a 2.0 hard case. So I got to do a new prime. I want to do a new hard case.
Yeah.
That could work. All it really needs is a ponytail on the back. I
Get
like
that
to
saber
blown up.
tooth.
Do what?
Saber tooth for the
Oh,
ponytail.
yeah. That's what I used on the first one.
Yeah, it's a good thing that it comes with 2 ponytails. I already used mine. I already used one of mine. Alpha says I got some garage kits. My plan was to add joints to them and make them into action figures. Long story short, I never put them together. I just bought them and put them away. And Name Withheld saying, remember when McFarlane made really good looking statue figures, and then he made articulated figures. Yeah, too bad he couldn't do the quality of the statue figures into the articulated action figures.
Mm-hmm. I did a little something different on the eyebrows on this one too. I used like individual strokes, like to paint out the eyebrows, they have that jaggy effect.
Yeah,
Jagginess of real eyebrows, and I painted them with the wash. The same with when I was doing the beard and stuff. I did the eyes and the eyebrows and the beard all with all wash.
looks good.
So this is all sealed up and done. So I just need to finish up the goggles, get it sealed up, and I can just take them to them this weekend. Take them to them Saturday.
It's this weekend coming?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Alrighty, my friend. I think it's time to call it a night.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, great having you on here again tonight, and then get to hang out and talk to you.
Yeah, for sure.
I got worked on shit I wasn't ever going to work on, and
Yeah, I know.
more projects going on. Thank you, man.
That's what happens when we talk, eh?
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, I didn't say it earlier. Everybody in the chat, anybody who's a dad, happy Father's Day to you guys.
Yep, absolutely. Happy Father's Day. And we will catch y'all next time.
Take care, guys.
I gotta find the video first.
Yeah.
And later.
Take care.